found this thing, guys, I literally just typed in Google best Harley street glide seat. And believe it or not, this was #1 on the list that I found that pretty much popped up on top of the page. This was the #1 pick. It has a bunch of reviews. What's going on, my Mopar and Harley fan? As you can see, we got my 2020 Street Glide Harley Davidson on the table, and we have another cheap, awesome, completely makeover change that we're gonna do, and it is super budget friendly cheap, and as you may guess, it's a seat. So we got a seat off Amazon that is less than $100. Yeah, I said that, less than $100. And the reviews on this seat is actually very good. So we have a leather orange stitching, pretty cool. The design itself, I really like. It's got the diamond pattern in it. The orange stitching really makes the seat pop. And it looks pretty awesome for less than $100. The other thing, not only is it a solo capable seat, which is how I'm going to use it for the majority of the time, but it also comes with a 2-up seat, as you can see right there, and it's a matching 2-up seat. Black leather, diamond pattern with the orange stitching. I didn't take it out of the package yet, but you get the idea. Today we're just going to mount the solo seat because that's all I care about for right now. Should be a pretty quick, easy installation, so we'll go over that here in a minute. But other than that, take a look up close of this seat. Quality really looks pretty good. The leather feels pretty good. The stitching looks awesome. And you can get this thing in a variety of colors. They got like red stitching, white stitching, black stitching, so on and so on. I kind of went with the orange just to kind of give the bike a little bit more, I don't know, something to look at. So how I found this thing, guys, I literally just typed in Google best Harley street glide seat. And believe it or not, this was #1 on the list that I found that pretty much popped up on top of the page. This was the #1 pick. It has a bunch of reviews. Again, majority of all of them are great. There is some that are bad, just like with everything. You even have $1,000 seats out there that has bad reviews, along with cheap seats that have bad reviews. But for how many reviews the seat has, they were pretty good. A lot of people say it's very comfortable compared to the stock seat. Some people say comfort really didn't change, but biggest thing is it looks like you have a $500 seat when you have less than $100 in it, guys. And that's what I'm talking about. Balling on a budget. So let's get the factory seat off. Let's get this seat on, and let's see what the bike looks with the new seat. All right, nothing too complex here. On the back of your Street Glide, you have a nut or a bolt or a hold down clamp, whatever in the world you want to call it. You're going to loosen this guy up, take it off, and the factory seat comes off as one whole unit. There you go, one little nut, boom. Now some people may have a strap that goes over. My bike did not have that, it was removed. But if you have that strap, you will also need to probably undo a couple more little screws or bolts. But for those like mine, the hardware right here, all you got, slide it down, boom, stock seat comes off like that, and we're ready to put on the new ballin' on a budget seat. All right, once you get your seat off, you see 2 studs sticking up with 2 nuts. 2 nuts. And there's 2 white little plastic washer looking things underneath those. You need to remove those nuts. You need a 7/16 wrench or an 11mm will work also. So we're going to get those loose. And this is where the back of the new seat is going to mount on these studs. So we're going to remove those nuts. You're going to hold on to those if you ever want to put your factory seat back on, so don't throw them away. Now we're going to get our new awesome ballin' on a budget seat. And just like the stock seat, you got a slot right here in the front of the seat that slides over the tang. So you're going to kind of nose it down, slide it in there, kind of pull on it. Yep, we're in that slot. Now we're going to push on the back of the seat, work it up, and the 4 holes on the back of the seat, it'll be the very last 2 holes towards the back of the seat bracket that slides down over the studs on the fender. I'm going to push that down, and then we're going to get our two new chrome locking nuts that they supply us with to hold the seat down. And here they are. Look pretty nice. So we're going to push down on the back of the seat, and we're going to thread one of them down. There we go. Hand tighten those down. You don't have to go at these things with pliers and mess them all up. No need for that garbage. Bam, bam, bam. All right, got that one tight. Seat is on there, not going nowhere. Boom. So there we go. We got the seat mounted, and I like it. Looks good. Definitely changes the bike's attitude. Literally looks like we put a $500 seat on it for less than $100. Now we got to sit on it here. But I will say, one thing I don't like, and it's nothing to do with the seat, but the white washers, the little white plastic washers that you see under the seat, you know, to pretty much protect the fender from rubbing, so forth, so forth. I'm either going to paint those, or I'm going to see if I can find some black ones, because obviously that kind of sticks out like a sore thumb, so I really don't like that. We'll get some black ones, that way it kind of blends in and you don't really notice them. Other than that, the seat looks amazing. It fits perfect. Rides up the tank just like the stock one. The curves are perfect. Looks like it belongs on the bike. Definitely pretty awesome. I like it. Now we got to work, because where the old seat used to sit, we need to get some polish going on here and kind of clean this stuff up and get that fender looking good. Again, this seat is less than $100. They do call this seat a low profile. So it is a lower than stock profile seat. So we're going to sit on this thing and see what I think. So here we go. Definitely looks cool. Let's see if it has the buttocks approval. So it definitely feels different. That's for sure. Yeah. It feels, you know, the butt and lower part of the back area feels pretty comfortable. I feel like the seat has a little more forgiveness or cushion, should I say. I'm not a very big person. I don't have a huge rear end, but it fits, you know, this seat, it fits me pretty good. Now, what I will say I do notice is between my back, or my lower back, and the front of my thighs right here, I do feel like this seat is, best way to put it is kind of more compressed, like I'm more sandwiched into the seat, so to speak, over the factory one. The factory one felt more open. I feel like I'm being a little bit more hugged. Now, I don't know if I'd call that a bad thing or a good thing. Only riding this thing around and kind of seeing what I think overall over time will tell us the truth. But overall right now, I give it a thumbs up. Feels pretty good. I do feel like I'm sitting a little lower, which I like. My feet is a little bit easier to flat foot now. So that'll help, you know, on some of the uneven roads and dips and stuff like that. So I do like that. But yeah, it feels pretty good. So yeah, guys, that's a pretty dope little seat for cheap, under $100. Looks amazing, feels pretty good. We'll get some ride time on this thing and really see, you know, how comfortable it really feels compared to the stock one. I'm not saying the stock seat's terrible. I've rode my bike a pretty good bit with just the factory seat, and you know, for some decent long rides, I wouldn't say it's probably the best one out there. Eventually your butt gets tired. So kind of curious to see how this seat does compared to the factory one. But overall, I give this thing, you know, an A, thumbs up for looks, appearance, quality. It does look like it's made very well. The stitching is very nice. Installation, I give it a thumbs up for. Super easy. It has instructions. Everything fits and lines up perfect like it needs to. So no like having to drill stuff, modify stuff. It fits good. And as far as comfort for right now, just putting it on and sitting on it, I'd give it an A, at least for my rear end. Like I said, I don't have a huge rear end. But that seat does seem to hug you a little bit more from the front to the back over the factory seat. So if you're a pretty big guy, that might not be the seat for you, just saying. Otherwise, you know, I'm 200 pounds. That might help you out. It feels like it fits me pretty well. So I hope the video helps you guys out if you are on the hunt for a new seat to change the appearance on your Harley. Link will be down in the description below. Take you to the seat. Again, they got different varieties. They got different stitching patterns, different stitching colors, so on, so on. A lot to choose from. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. Comment down below what you think. Do you already have this seat? Have you been running the seat for a while? What's your take on it over time? And as always, stay safe out there, guys, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Drop the clutch, pedal to the floor.